Can nothing be easy? Can nothing be easy for me? Hey guys, I have been having some people asking me about my braces journey, so I figured I would talk about that today. An adult braces is one of those subjects where it's like, how does that work? Everyone's journey is going to be different, of course. My journey, I can go ahead and tell y'all, it's been one of the, I would say, kind of a horror story in a way. I mean, not entirely, because I'm still okay and my teeth are still okay. What I've had to go through has been, and what I'm still, like, the unknown I still am going through. You know, it could be like even worse horror story. It could be an even worse horror story, but let us hope that that is not what happens, okay? So when I first went to get my braces done, they told me that I would not have to have any surgeries, that this was going to be a process of getting, okay, here's what my situation is, okay? So I had baby teeth here, and right now these are fake teeth that are stuck on my braces because there's 2 holes right here right now. And this is 5 years ago that I went in. The woman that I talked to said, honey, you won't have to have any surgery. We're going to be able to pull your adult teeth down. You're just going to have to get those teeth pulled, but we're going to pull your adult teeth down and it's going to be fine. So they quoted me for $6,200, and they said I could go on a payment plan. And mind you, 5 years ago, honey, I was so broke beyond belief. I took it upon myself that I did want my life to be better, though, because I suffered from temple headaches, and when I walked, I guess the way my teeth came together or something, walking, running, jumping, it just felt like some weird thing happening in my brain, like I was having some bad issues, must be TMJ or something. So I went there and I was like, all right, a payment plan, and I knew it was going to be hard to pay. It was $200 a month, but I was determined to get this fixed because it was affecting me in more ways than just cosmetically. So I did that. I said, okay, let's sign me up. But now I was so broke that it was like probably 5 months before I came back to even start it, because you had to pay like so much money to get it started, like $100 and something, and I didn't even have that to give them. And then when I got there, I found out, she said, okay, all you gotta do is get your teeth cleaned and come back. So I went to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned, and they said, well, you have these cavities, and there was like 5 maybe, or 6 or something, and several of them were just tiny little cavities. And then I had the one tooth that was right here, which it still looks kind of weird, that they wanted to do a root canal on. I don't like having too much fake stuff. I wanted everything to be natural, because I've heard bad stuff about having implants, root canals, putting metal in your mouth and things like that. I said, can you please try, you know, there's enough of a tooth there that I think you could try to fill it in. And so he did, and it needs to be refilled again, because it's not something he was supposed to do anyway. If I can avoid not having have a root canal, I'm going to avoid it. Here's what happened. Took me a long time. I was scared to death of the dentist, and I was scared to death of getting Novocaine. I still hate Novocaine. I still hate it. I'm a person that don't like things that aren't natural, and so that's my extra phobia about it. And I know you have to have it. When I canceled so many dentist appointments, I finally found a dentist that I trusted and felt safe with, and he did my cavity fillings all at once. I said, please, can you do them all at once? And he did, because I don't want to have to be shot with Novocaine over and over and over. And I got that done. Then I went back and they's like, all right, you're ready for braces, because you cannot go and get braces with cavities or anything like that. I did not know that, and now I do, and then I did. And so I went there and they said, okay, they gave me like a mouth guard to wear at night and like so many hours of the day, and I had to do that for a few months. Then I went back and they finally put my braces on, but they only put it on my bottom teeth. So see, my top teeth looked awful because, you know, these, oh yeah, I had an overbite too. No, wait, I mean I had an underbite. I had an underbite. And so these two top teeth would go behind, which I can't even do right now because I have mouth or bite guards on, which I hate those two, and I've had those on for years. And that's one of the part of the reasons y'all can't understand me sometimes. I try my best to talk the best I can, but between those and my southern accent, you just put those together. So we did that, and I could not wait to get them all over. It was a long time before they finally put them on the top and bottom, but I had to go and get a dental surgery right away. And that was, I did not know this, but when I got my cavities filled, he said, well, you've got to pull your wisdom teeth here, your wisdom teeth up here. I never had those pulled. He said, you have to pull these two baby teeth out, which I knew that. So I went to the dental surgeon and I said, what can you not do? What can you not pull? You know, I want to keep my natural teeth. I don't understand why it's an issue to have wisdom teeth. They don't hurt me. They don't nothing. He suggested that I could have my wisdom teeth took out. Now, I can't even remember if it was my top wisdom teeth or my bottom wisdom teeth, but he took out some type of wisdom teeth, and I don't remember which. I think it might have been the top wisdom teeth. And he took out my two baby teeth. And I have to have him attach a chain to my teeth that are impacted up here, and then we're going to pull them down. Okay, so I went and done that. And I did not get put to sleep because I'm scared to death to be put to sleep. I was put to sleep for surgery, and once upon a time, and I was so nauseated and sick and throwing up water like nothing. And I don't want to go back through that again. So I stayed awake for the whole surgery, and they kept telling me, hey, you might need something, and I agreed. I finally agreed because I thought I didn't. They said, we can give you this thing called happy juice before you go in. And so I finally said, okay, give me the happy juice. They said it's for kids, so I drank it, and I don't really think it really did anything. I mean, I remember everything. I remember how long it was and all that, you know. I had nothing, no laughing gas, no being put to sleep or anything. It's just some happy juice before I went in. I had that done, and oh my gosh, it was so awful after. I couldn't drink soda. I couldn't eat for, I would say, a week or two, maybe 2 weeks. I couldn't eat nothing but mashed potatoes and jello and stuff like that. So I was so excited though because it was over with. So every time I went in to the orthodontist to get them to tighten, like they tied this thing and they pulled and they tied and they pulled, on this side it hurt so bad that it made me sick to my stomach. It was the painfulest thing to get done. Well, after about a year of doing that, he realized that, okay, it's not working. It's not moving. It's not working. You got to go back. And I was like, what? I had to go back for a second surgery. So I went back for the second surgery with great reluctance because I did not want to go. And he did it again. And same issue. I had I didn't have this time. I didn't even have happy juice. I just went in as is and had it done. So he did it again, and I went back to the dentist, and I had the same issue again. I mean the orthodontist, and he was pulling it. They were tying it. It was hurting me so bad. It was about, I don't know how long passed. 9 months, a year, something again. And he said, honey, it's not working. You need to do it again. And he said, it'll work this time. It'll work this time. I was so upset. But mind you, I've been having to spend a lot of money on the dentist and the dental surgeon. And I'm going to tell you how much this has all ended up costing me so far. Now, so far, I would say it was about 8 or 9 grand so far. I'm not done. Okay, so this is including the braces. So I'll go and get it done for the 3rd time. And he assures me that he thinks this time's going to be the different because they're going to do it a different way. So I go back in with great dread and I get it done. And then we're back to that again. We go back and forth, tying it. And it hurts me on this side. I don't know why it hurts me so bad on this side. For all this time, all them years. So one day I go in and the woman ties it. And she pops off the thing that was attached to the tooth. Now when she did that, I knew that I was going to have another surgery. And I started crying my eyes out. I had had enough. And okay guys, so I've resituated out here for a little change of environment. It might be noisy out here though because I live next to a freaking highway. What I was saying earlier was that I went back to my orthodontist and the woman had, again, here's where my story ended, was she had pulled off the thing that was attached to my tooth that brought it down. And it was on pure accident, but it was just all that I'd been through at that point. I was just devastated, and anybody in their right mind would have been devastated like me. To the point that I said to my orthodontist, just take the braces off completely. And he said, well, I can't even do that today because I don't have the time to do that today. But I was done with them. It had been probably almost 3 years or maybe 3.5 years or something at that point. And that woman came to me and said, please don't quit, please don't give up, and talked me down and everything. And so I went home and I, thought about it and everything and decided to continue on because I thought, I've come this far, I'm not going to give up. So after that, he said, okay, what you're going to have to do is, obviously it's not going to work. Or no, wait, he said you're going to have to go back and have a surgery again. And he's going to have to do it again. This was my 4th surgery. At that point, obviously, I was really not wanting to do it. I mean, really, I didn't want to do it before, but I said no more surgeries, obviously. I went and talked to my oral surgeon, which was great. I mean, I really highly recommend him because he's been great through everything, but I'm just a very complicated case, maybe because I'm older now. I'm in my 30s. I'm not 17. I'm not 12. And he did like free surgeries for me a couple times even. He didn't even charge me for a couple of the surgeries because he said he was wanting to try to get them done and he feels like it was his obligation to get it done right. But I talked to him and I said, listen, I said, the 4th time around, I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I said, I don't want to try to bring the teeth down. He said, you're going to have to remove the teeth that are lodged up in there. And I was super duper hesitant to get that done. But I went to, I asked him, I said, can you not take out this side? Because he had said it would be okay. And he said, yeah, we could do that. We could just take out this side, but this side has to be took out. So we did that. I went to surgery for that. The 4th surgery. And the surgery was only supposed to take like 45 minutes, he said, at the most. And I was there for well over an hour. It got to the point, like, he was trying to take it out so much, like he was breaking it, trying to take it out, breaking it. And he was like, I'm having trouble with it. And mind you, I was awake for this surgery as per usual. And I started getting sick, nauseous in my stomach, and I was feeling something. Like I was feeling like some type of pain I can't explain to you. And he put more Novocaine during the surgery and everything. And after so long, I said, you're gonna have to stop, I can't take it anymore, because it was like nauseating me. And he said, okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, I broke some of it off, and if you don't let me finish doing what I'm doing, at least get this much of it out, he said it's gonna cause an infection. And so I had to sit there and wait even longer, and it took him about another probably 15 minutes to do what he was doing. And so it left part of my tooth in there, and so these teeth are still lodged up in here right now while I'm talking to you. Okay, fast forward to today. So now I go and say I need a different oral surgeon, because I went to my general dentist and he suggested me to go to the different oral surgeon and told me go there and see if they can do the pull down method. He said because he had a daughter that had to have the same thing done, and he said that oral surgeon was able to do it. So I went to that oral surgeon, which is a new oral surgeon, and he looked over my x-rays and said, well, there's like a hole like all the way through that tooth, and you can see straight through it, and that would have to be a root canal if you did pull it down. He said, I don't think that's a good idea. And I said, well, what about a bridge, which I really didn't want, but it's more cost effective. And he said, your teeth, something about it wouldn't hold the bridge or something. And so he suggested implants, which I got quoted on those, and they are $7,500, not including when I go back to the general dentist, which he said would cost more money, which I don't know how much that would be right now, because nobody's told me yet. I'm guessing $9,000 to $10,000 perhaps for this entire thing to get done, on top of what I've already spent. So when all is said and done, I would say I've spent a good portion of $20,000 to $21,000 to get my teeth back in order, and that is simply for having the two eye teeth. I did not get the baby teeth pulled down as a child, and so they had to pull those, and I had adult teeth up here. They're going to pull those out, completely pull those out, and then replace them with implants. Implants was the thing I really wanted to avoid, because I don't like to have something not natural in my mouth. At this point, it's my only choice. So I go back to the dentist, and I feel some type of relief, even though it's so expensive, and it is going to be the thing exactly that I didn't want. But the relief comes from the fact that that I don't really have to make a decision, because I've been through so much. Because all he pretty much told me was implants is pretty much your only option. I felt some type of relief. He said he could do it all in one day. Then I go back to my orthodontist, and my orthodontist says, no, you're going to have to get those teeth that are impacted out first, and then you're going to have to let me make a space, and then you can get your implants. So he's going to let me have 2 more surgeries. And I said, can nothing be easy? Can nothing be easy for me? And so I went home devastated again, and that's where I'm at today. I am still dealing, over 5 years later, I'm still dealing with not having my braces completed, and kind of losing hope in a way, because can I do 2 more surgeries? I don't think I can. I don't think that I can make it through 2 more surgeries. There is pain during the surgery. There's anxiety before the surgery. There is buildup before the surgery. Then after the surgery, there's the after surgery care. There is the starvation that you go through for weeks after. There's the healing process that could last months, and I just don't know. So that's my story on the braces, and if you all are interested in this, I can keep you all updated on what exactly goes on. I don't want to be one of those type of people that is in braces for 10 years or more, and I want this all said and done, you know. And it is very costly, and I do think that it is like awful that it's so expensive for people to get their teeth fixed. it shouldn't be considered such a luxury, because it does have a lot to do with your health, and it's such, not just that, but it's so painful. So now I'm gonna have to go on another payment plan, and not to mention, is that it? Do they know anything else they need to see me for? Is there anything else I need to pay for? You know, I don't have any dental insurance. I don't know if anybody, even if they're not a child, can have it. Or, you know, I've seen dental insurance plans and they just seem like they don't pay for nothing really. If y'all have had experiences with adult braces, please let me know in the comments. And if you've had experience with implants, let me know. I'm so nervous. And they said something about having a bone graft my gums or something for the implants, but if it's like a small bone graft, they can do it the same day. I read that online. But see, my oral surgeon said I could do it all in one day, but then my orthodontist says no. And okay, anyway, y'all, that's my experience so far, and I'll like update y'all on what goes on. And it's gonna be like a huge celebration if, and I can't say when, I can say if it ever works out, if I ever get my teeth fixed. My teeth have been a source of torture for me for my whole life, for my whole childhood, my whole adulthood, and I just hope and pray that it will work out to the good. Alright, y'all, I'll update you and let you know what's up, and it should be like a month or two before the next step. Hopefully I can just fast forward this and just get it done. I'm done with it. I've never been so done with something in my whole life. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention too. It has been worth how far I've come so far, because it did help my TMJ, my temple headaches. I was getting them like right here, and I was getting them on a daily basis on both sides. And the thing where I was having that like going on in my brain, I can't explain what that is. I don't know if anybody else had it. If you've had it, let me know. And if you know what that is, like apparently it was related to my teeth, because it is gone. And these headaches here, they don't happen but like once every few months now, whereas they were more than once a day before I got the bite thing done and everything that they did to my teeth. So it's improved my life, my quality of life tremendously. Even though I went through all that, it has been worth it thus far for what I have going on. And I don't want to scare anybody off from getting adult braces at all. I'm just telling you that's my experience, and I'm sure everybody's experience is unique. Unfortunately, like they said that I was a harder case. They said they've had adults come in and be way easier than me. So just, I'm one of the lucky people to have the hard time. Okay. Alright. See y'all in the next video. Bye.